Alright, so I'm here at the Vicksburg Military Park. Just started the tour. There's the Minnesota monument. They have monuments for every state that had troops fighting for the Union or the Confederates. Or maybe it's just the Union, I don't know. But anyway, this is Minnesota's monument, honoring all those who fought at the siege of Vicksburg from Minnesota. It's, I don't know, 50 feet tall. And by comparison, that little monument over there, that pathetic monument, that's for Wisconsin. Boo! They shouldn't even have a monument because, well, never mind, I don't want to disrespect any of the Civil War soldiers. But Wisconsin, gotta zoom out, Minnesota. I just started the tour. It's I'm maybe a mile into it. It's 16 miles long. Oh, don't know what I'm gonna see, but it's been interesting so far. Here's a colonel who fought from the state of Missouri. He said he was gonna win the entire battle for all the Union. And his troops said, "Okay, boomer." Alright, this is where General Ulysses S. Grant met with Lieutenant General John Pemberton. I believe it was John C. Pemberton. After 40-some days of fighting, this is where the two met to discuss the terms of surrender of Vicksburg. Grant didn't want to feed 30,000 some troops or transport them to be prisoners of war, so he agreed to parole them or let them go without authorizing it with anyone else. So this is where the two met. And Vicksburg was surrendered to Union troops on July 4th, 1863. And for 81 years following, Vicksburg did not acknowledge nor celebrate the 4th of July because that commemorated the anniversary of their surrender to the big bad Union. This is so cool. There's well, this tree wasn't here when the surrender happened, but they replanted it several years later. I don't know if the old one got knocked down by a storm or what, but the original tree is not that one. But we can pretend like it is. Get a shot of that one more time. Wow. Alright. This says, after 47 days under siege, the battle could only end in surrender or a dramatic rescue. Inside Vicksburg, General Pemberton faced harsh realities. 1/3 of his troops were too sick to fight, their drinking water was contaminated, they were short of food and ammunition. Union troops and cannons completely surrounded him. Then came a final message from General Johnston saying his army in central Mississippi was too weak to relieve Vicksburg. Pemberton asked Grant for surrender terms. Grant did not want to have to feed 30,000. I already addressed that. Wow. This is one of the few spots today with a clear view of the enemy's defenses. The Union siege of Vicksburg was successful because of places like this. The Union Army concentrated its cannon, Confederates spread theirs out. When a Confederate cannon fired, many Union guns replied, knocking out the enemy guns. Confederate General Pemberton moved his artillery back. Without the threat of enemy shells, Union troops dug toward Confederate lines. See some cannons. There's probably a different name for them. I call them cannons, but there's probably some official military name. But look at the view. I believe that's Shirley House and the Illinois Monument in the background. Since I'm in Mississippi, I'll say over yonder. Look at the view. The site of the surrender is just past those trees. And that's actual replicas of the cars that were parked here during the battle by nosy spectators. Alright, so here's the Illinois Memorial, Illinois Monument. I believe it's commemorating Illinois because there were more Union troops from Illinois that fought in Vicksburg than any other state. This was commemorated in 1906. See Abraham Lincoln, Ulysses S. Grant's names. And several other colonels, lieutenants, generals that fought for both sides. The voice sounds kind of cool. If you look up, there's a hole in the ceiling. Cool, huh? The entrance to this monument faces due south, and that actually was done on purpose. It's to symbolize Illinois welcoming the South back into the Union. And then there are 47 stairs leading to it, and those 47 stairs each commemorate a day of the siege. The siege of Vicksburg took 47 days. Alright, still here at the Vicksburg Military Park. There's the Mississippi River. The river wasn't like this during the war. It changed course in 1876, 9 years after the war ended, but this gave the Confederates a perch to see Union troops and defend Vicksburg against them. The river was here, but it wasn't this exact course that it is now, if that makes sense. And in the distance, I don't know if you can see it, but that's Vicksburg Cemetery.